live.
Welcome back to episode 42 of the Just Platonic podcast. Yay!
That was a really bad horn.
I know. I was like, it was stuck in my hands too.
Yeah. Nothing was coming out, and then it was really
I
forced at
heard,
the
I
end.
heard it. I heard it as I was doing it. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I just hear it in my ears right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And unfortunately, I'm going to point it out.
Yeah, yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Keep it
But
in. That's part of the opening. It's part of the intro.
we've
Oh,
done this
man.
42 times, and we're still not good at the intro, guys. So
Still not good
just
at the intro.
fucking bear with us. I think, okay, I'll say this. Well, first off, welcome back. Thank you for hanging out. We hope you guys are having a wonderful week. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's almost Halloween time, but I think we're gonna have like a pretty good intro coming up soon. So then you guys won't
Yeah.
have to hear this cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Then you'll just hear, welcome back.
yeah. We'll get back. We'll get back. We'll get good at it eventually, but we got some plans. So just give us some
You're
time.
just gonna hear Fayato.
What's that?
That's what Jenko says when the professor was like, just say whatever you want. He's like, Fayato.
Don't remember that.
I watched it 3 times
Okay,
this
for sure.
weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's fresh.
That's how
So
I
yeah.
felt when I watched 22 Jump Street, and I just kept saying, Cynthia.
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 Yeah, that's a good one. That's
Oh
a
my
good one.
gosh.
I
Yeah.
finally let the kids watch 22 Jump Street. They hadn't watched it yet. They've watched 21 Jump Street a
Yeah.
shit ton of times.
Yeah.
But I watched 22 with them, and they were just dying the part where like he's got to get the grenade out of his swimming trunks at the end.
Oh yeah.
Asher was fucking done, just cracking up on the couch. Yeah, it's a good movie.
I love
It's a
that
good one
movie.
too. Both of them are good. 22 didn't get as much love, I don't think.
No, I think
21
21
did.
was funnier though. Like way funnier.
Overall,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the most like memorable lines come from 21 Jump Street.
yeah, for sure.
20
For sure.
and I do love like at the end when they have like a crazy amount of like sequels.
Oh yeah,
And
it
they're
goes up to like
like
40 something.
yes,
Yeah.
and they like go to like uh what is it? They go to like doctor school, and then they go to like be lawyers, and they go to be like vets.
Yeah, they go to art school.
Yes.
That's when Jonas all emo.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
And they become like foreign exchange students.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
The
so
kids were like,
great.
"Are these real? Can we watch these?" I'm like, "These aren't real, guys."
I wish that they were real because I would literally watch all of them. But
Oh
I
yeah,
think
for
it's just
sure.
funny that they know that they can get away with like all of these sequels if they wanted to. But
Oh yeah.
obviously,
Yeah.
they're probably not going to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. We're off to a tangent already.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So, pick your poison.
see.
All right. Would you rather have every text you receive immediately read out loud by your phone,
Okay.
or
Oh, wait. Why
every
did
text?
why did you make that face?
Because if I'm talking shit about someone, I'm talking shit about people all the time.
Right, but you made a face, you're like
Because so that's part of the thing.
Okay.
This is gonna lead into one of the things
Okay, so read the
for
second
the
card.
thing later.
Okay.
The second card is be unable to chew with your mouth closed ever.
Oh, you're reading my I don't care. The phone could read
Reading
my
the
text.
text?
Mm-hmm. People do not text me. Yeah, people do not text me. I mean, like they text me, but not like you know what I
Not
mean?
anything that's like
Nothing bad. Like yeah.
bad or embarrassing or
Yeah. Like if someone were to like read this stuff or like my phone, it's not my phone is not.
I'd let my phone talk out loud actually.
Yeah, I would
Because
no, my
like
phone's like how do I say
one,
this?
the volume is always down on my phone.
I'm but I'm
So it'd be a whisper.
boring. I'm very boring. Like if you look at my text messages, you're like, this bitch is like,
Oh, that's fine. So to talk to just to say like what I'm going to be saying later in my
okay.
segment. So Lisa texted me that the guy besides me on the plane was super fucking gross. So if I'm looking at my phone, it would just be like
Oh,
the guy next to you is super fucking gross. And then I would just look at him
yeah. You're gonna be like,
like I'll tell you why that dude's fucking gross too, but we'll get to that. But
yeah. I think I don't know. Like our text. Like our text is, oh nice.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here. Loading up. Okay. Games? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
literally like the most
Basic. Yeah,
unexciting
yeah.
things, right? And then Zyra's, right? Zyra's is like me inviting her somewhere, right? And then she
Mhm.
gives me like an update on like what they're doing. She sent me a whole bunch of links to like Amazon things like during Prime Day. this one
Yeah.
this one is uh do you have a minute? I will in 5 minutes. Okay.
But they don't hear what you're texting back.
Yeah, but everything is
Your
like
phone would just be like,
okay.
yeah, yeah. No, that's easy. Yeah, that's easy. I still think I'd go with like my phone reads every text out loud.
Yeah. Lisa's okay. Like I'm reading her replies, right? Okay. I'll check. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay, okay.
Like there is
Okay.
no shit. Yeah,
Okay.
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 Okay, yeah.
Okay.
There's literally no shit talking, which this is
No, that's
really
good.
sad. This is really, really sad actually. But
That's no, that's good. That's a good thing.
I don't know.
That's a good thing. Because mine is always like, look at this dumb motherfucker. Or this dumb motherfucker. Oh yeah. Yeah, but I'd still have it read every text.
Yeah.
Just because like my phone volume's never really loud.
I cannot
And like mouth
stand
open chewing,
yes,
like nah.
yes. I cannot stand that. I like Travis and I almost kicked the kids out of the car today because they were chewing gum so loud. We were like on the way to like their parent teacher conferences and they were like chewing gum like a fucking cow. And all three of them at one point were doing it and we were like we're literally gonna pull over here and kick you guys the fuck out of the car. I'm like, it's not that hard to chew gum with your mouth closed.
So gum is one of the things I actually do chew with my mouth open on
Oh
purpose
my
sometimes. On
god.
purpose sometimes. But it's because my favorite wrestler would chew gum with his mouth open when he's talking shit to people. So I'd
I
randomly
hate
do
it. Oh my god. I would knock your fucking teeth out and then strangle you with a piece of gum. I'll find a way.
Oh, I
But
put gum on the gum
I know,
wall.
yeah. So I was just gonna say that Lisa showed me the video, and it was so fucking funny, right? Because I see that you're like pulling the gum out, and at the same exact time, I go, "Ugh." And as you're in the video, you're like, ugh.
So I freak out because my hand touches the wall.
Ew, I would die.
As I'm stretching the gum,
Yeah.
my left hand like right here touched the wall. And I was like,
Yeah, it was so
that's why I
weird
got the
because
hand sanitizer right away. It's like,
I freaked out as you're freaking out on the video. So for viewers and listeners, Enrique and his wife got back from Seattle. So they took a little couples trip, which is so cute. And yeah, that's
fun.
why he was saying that he was putting gum on the wall. And then Lisa showed me that video the other day, and it was so fucking funny. And I asked her, I was like, "Oh, which one did he pull out and like put in his mouth?"
So while we were there, I was like, "Oh, get a video of me," because like there's a bunch of people there putting
Yeah,
their gum on the wall. They're
yeah,
like just being disgusted, right?
yeah.
and out loud, just because I like to be weird sometimes, I was like, "Oh, get a video," and I say it super loud so people hear me. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Get a video of me. I'm gonna lick a bunch of them and then bite a big chunk off at the very end." And some lady was like, "Oh my god."
What you should have done was like start like take your piece of gum and start the video like you were taking it off of the wall and like putting it in your mouth.
Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah, so people
That
would
would have
think,
that would have been gnarly,
yeah,
actually.
yeah,
Actually, I think I'm wondering if I could take Lisa's video and just like put it in
yeah,
reverse, because then it
yeah,
would look like I'm just going,
yeah. You're like
"You?"
ew,
Ah.
you're do it and see if it looks natural. That's so fucking disgusting. But I'm gonna ask you, how much money would someone need to give you to take a piece and
Oh, just one piece? Just one piece off of the wall?
chew it for like a good 2 minutes?
Untaxed? Are there taxes involved?
No, no taxes. This is a fucking hypothetical. They don't tax you on hypotheticals.
2 million.
Yeah.
I'm not going lower just because, like, I feel like I could get super sick off of that and like
Yeah. You
get
need to
it's life
cover
changing, but it's got to
medical.
be life changing. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Life
Yeah.
changing money,
Yeah.
obviously,
And you
or
gotta
life
cover
changing
medical
situation.
expenses. Yeah.
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 Like, what if I get herpes
Right.
off of somebody's gum?
Right.
That shit's forever.
Mm-hmm. And you gotta pay for that. That's like
Yeah, James Franco
ongoing.
said so on Pineapple
Yeah.
Express. That shit's forever, man.
Yeah. 2 million.
Yeah, 2 million.
I asked my other friend who was at the pool with us, and then she was like, no. I'm like, bitch,
She's like,
everybody
I
has a
wouldn't do it at
price.
all.
Everybody has a price. Okay.
She's like, I
So,
wouldn't do it at all, and I almost did it just to be fucking weird.
yeah, I'm glad that you said 2 million because I feel like there's a price. So,
Yeah,
leave a
yeah,
comment, tell us what your price is. Take out a fucking piece of gum from that wall, and I feel like
yeah,
2 million is reasonable. Like I would even
yeah.
say
Because it's
one
not like,
million,
yeah, it's not
but
like you're going just like ridiculously high. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah, that's a pretty good
someone could
amount.
say 15 million, and it's
Right.
just like,
Come on. Yeah, I'd
yeah,
be like,
come
that's not fun,
on.
right?
Yeah,
Be a little reasonable. I would say one
yeah.
million, but like,
1 million untaxed, I'd still probably do.
yeah. Like, I feel like 2 million, I'd be like, definitely, right? But like 1 million is like,
It's like
fine.
maybe.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like
Like,
is it raining that day or a lot of the germs coming off? Is it gonna be rock hard gum that I'm gonna have to chew? You know what I mean?
ugh.
If it's a rock hard gum that I have
Yeah.
to re-chew,
Yeah.
it's got to be 2 million.
Yeah.
If it's some weirdo's freshly strung gum,
Ugh.
million.
Ugh.
And I'm chewing it with my mouth open.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that.
Chewing
There's
it with
no
my mouth
fucking
open and
way.
letting all the spit fall
Yeah.
back in my mouth.
Yeah.
I'm not
I'm not
swallowing any
swallowing that
shit.
shit.
I just
Yeah. Remember like in Ace Ventura when he was eating the
Yeah.
was it with the
Yeah.
and then he was like spitting it out?
Yeah.
Fuck, what was he eating?
It was gum.
Was it?
Yeah.
No. I could have
Yeah.
sworn I saw wasn't it like seeds or something or like I don't remember.
I think we might be thinking about different parts. I think I'm thinking about when he's just eating a shit ton of gum after he kisses the captain.
Oh, I'm thinking either like he was like spitting out like a bunch of seeds, or I think when he was eating like the bat guano thing part or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
We'll look it up later. I don't know
Yeah.
what fucking part I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
But
Anywho,
I can picture Jim Carrey just going like this with his mouth and all that shit falling out. You know what I mean?
yes.
Yeah. I can picture it.
Cool.
What's your segment? What do you
No,
got?
after. Tell me about this weird guy on the plane. First off, is that the story that you were gonna tell me? Or was it something else?
Hmm?
Because you said, oh, did Lisa tell you about the flight? And I
Oh
said,
yeah,
nah.
yeah, it's the weird
Is
guy.
the weird guy? Okay. Because I was
So
gonna say,
if it's gonna be the
don't
weird
tell
guy,
me anything if like the flight was actually like bad. Because I already have flight anxiety. And I don't want you to add to that.
Oh no, the flight wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Like turbulence was fine,
I
stuff like
don't
that.
want
That
to
was
hear
fine.
about turbulence. I don't care. I don't like turbulence. Like the moment the
Nope,
plane is like
turbulence.
shaking, I know it's unrealistic, okay, but like
You
I
think it's gonna fall out of the air?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. I had a bad experience.
Gives me
It's
anxiety
like
thinking
most
about
deaf
it.
in the Italian Job when they're like, "How come you don't like dogs?" And he's like, "I had a bad experience." Did I tell you about that guy that kid I saw flying when
What?
we had turbulence? We were going to the Philippines.
Okay.
We're flying to Korea, right?
Okay.
And it's this family, like a mom and her two kids, her
Why'd
two
you
sons.
look over it? It was
Oh, because
creepy.
everything turned red, but
Oh,
like I think it was the light.
okay, my gosh, you scared
Everything
me.
turned red. Yeah,
Oh,
I was like,
I was like, what the fuck is
everything. Yeah, everything turned red for a second.
that?
But it's a mom and her two like teenage sons, and the younger one is already freaking out before we even get on the plane. Like he's already saying
Mm.
like he's scared of flying and
Hell
like they're gonna
yeah.
be in the air for so long or whatever.
Yeah.
And the older brother's like scaring him, talking shit and scaring him.
That's so terrible. What a piece of shit.
So when we're in the air, we hit some turbulence as the younger
Oh
son,
no, no, no.
the younger one is walking back from or so like we hit turbulence while he's in the bathroom and then he's running back to his seat, like running.
Yeah.
And we hit more turbulence and this motherfucker flew. He was in the air for like 4 seconds. He was
Oh
like,
no.
sheer boom. And I just like, I can picture it slow motion. He's just like,
No. That poor baby. Oh
yeah,
my
poor kid. Like,
gosh.
he's probably like 10 years old. He's
Yeah,
probably
and
like
he
at
was
this age.
already fucking
And he was
scared,
already
and then
scared. And
he's
his older brother is like being a fucking piece of shit.
dickhead.
And then
Yeah.
that happened.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah,
I
I
would
felt bad.
that.
Like
It's
I
funny.
laughed,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get
but
it.
like
Yeah,
I
of
felt
course.
bad.
Hell yeah, dude. That's my fucking. It always happens when I'm in the bathroom is when we hit turbulence, and I'm always like, fuck. Of course.
Yeah, that would suck. That would
Yeah,
suck.
sucks ass. But
Um,
okay.
so since we're gonna talk about the guy,
Yeah.
I'll just go into my segment because my segment's about airplane etiquette anyway,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So the top 5 things that people get mad about on planes, right?
Hell yeah.
And things that like you can do to kind of like get people to chill.
Mm.
So number 1 was sickness. Get
Hell
on a plane, you're
yeah.
coughing, you're
Yeah,
sneezing,
it's
all
the
that
worst.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Cover your mouth.
Yep.
Wear a mask. That's not just COVID related. Like masks
Correct.
will keep any kind of germs in and away, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Wear a mask.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep the germs away from everybody,
Mm-hmm.
man. Like have a little courtesy.
Yeah, or like take a bunch of fucking medicine.
Yeah. Knock the fuck out on the
Yeah,
plane and
either
then
knock.
still like wear the mask. You just be like,
Yeah, yeah. Either like take a whole bunch of like decongestion, decon
yeah,
fucking damn, that's a hard fucking
that
word.
stuff.
Or take something to knock your ass out so I don't have to
Yeah,
fucking hear you. Yeah.
yeah. So sickness was the first one.
Babies are on there, huh?
I kept babies off. Well, they're kind of on there. I have them under like loudness.
Mm.
And these are in no particular order.
Okay.
Uh, seat kicking and other conflicts, right?
Ugh. Yeah.
Talk it out like an adult. Like sometimes it's an accident.
Yeah.
Like sometimes people aren't mindful. But like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's an accident,
Mm-hmm.
right? And people automatically want to be like turn around and start fucking arguing. I'm like, I dropped something, man.
Yeah.
Sorry. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Reclining is fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like just be mindful of the person behind you. Like don't slam your shit back.
Mm-hmm.
They got a drink, it's gonna spill, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then armrests. The thing I was reading, some person was like, the person in the middle always gets preference on armrest. And I'm like, that's not fucking true. Every time I've sat in the middle, I've been like this.
Yes.
Because the
Correct.
person in the window's got the armrest and the person
Mm-hmm.
in the aisle got the armrest.
Yeah. When you're in the middle, you
Oh
don't have. You're
fuck.
not entitled to armrests.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I was like, who
Who
this?
made this rule?
Yeah. I was like, they need to fucking post that shit on the plane for everyone to see if that's the case.
Yeah. I feel like
Um,
whoever is sitting in the seat first gets like is entitled to that armrest.
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
first come first serve kind of
yeah.
deal.
So
Yeah.
on the planes, I like since I was in the middle on all the flights that we were on this past weekend,
Yeah.
I was just plopped, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I had my arms on both, just except for when I was next to the weird guy. Um, smells,
Oh my god, I would
bad
die.
food, perfume. Like I get that you're trying to smell good, but like
Mm-mm.
perfume, cologne, people go overboard on that shit.
Yeah. If you smell like an old lady, I'm gonna gag.
And body odor, right?
Yeah, straight up.
Like if you're gonna go all natural, like shower before you go to the airport.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
my biggest thing, okay, I'm really weird because I can smell like bad breath.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like, and if your breath stinks,
yeah.
I'm gonna have the worst fucking flight. I told, like, real quick, I went to the airport to cancel our tickets for something, and this girl behind me,
You went to the airport to cancel them?
yeah, it's the whole thing. So, I had a girl like behind me. She was standing in line behind me. I never once looked at her, right? But I can
She was
smell this
just breathing
bitch's
on your neck.
breath, and it was like I can just tell, like it was so nasty, right? And then,
She
like when I
she was
turn,
just wheezing on you.
you
She's
dude,
like,
I don't know why the fuck I can smell, like I'm so sensitive to smells. I can smell a lot of things. But anyways, so then there was a point where she started talking to us because the line was taking forever. So when I turned around to look at her, I'm like, of course this bitch's teeth's fucked up. Of course. Um
she's
I was
like, I
like,
could smell your
but
teeth before I
yes.
turned
Yeah,
around.
I could smell how fucked up your
God
teeth were.
damn.
Like
That's fucked.
it was so, like, I know it sounds terrible, but it's like, guys, like
Oh no,
personal
yeah.
hygiene. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when it comes, oh, and I'll be honest, I do not wear deodorant. So sometimes I know my shit is rank. Okay? But like I'm aware of that, but I'll be rank at home.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna be stinky at home.
Yeah, and like I try not to wear a lot of deodorant. So, but like 85% of the time I don't wear deodorant. So that's why, like, sometimes when I know I'm hugging my friends, I'm like, sorry, I stink, but your girl, I do not like deodorant.
You're hugging people like this.
Yeah,
Armpits
hi.
shut.
No, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, sorry, I stink because I'm not wearing deodorant. Um,
Like, my bad. This is gonna hurt you more than it hurts me.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, anyway, so go on.
um,
Smell.
feet.
Um, like smelly feet or just feet
So
in general?
no, so it's feet in general. People don't want like people's feet up on armrests, which I get. Like if you're
How the
sitting
fuck
behind
do you put your
somebody on the
feet on an armrest?
no, like if you're behind someone at the window,
Oh,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
You
yeah.
put your foot up.
Yeah, put your
Yeah,
fucking foot down, bitch.
yeah. Put your fucking dirty ass foot
Yeah.
down. Um, so no bare feet and no feet at all on the armrest, and then
Yeah.
no bare feet walking around the plane. Like you don't need to be walking to the bathroom without your shoes on.
Yeah, that's nasty.
That's disgusting to
Yeah.
begin with.
Like take your shoes off like in your seat.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? Yeah, but
yeah.
don't be
Get
walking around.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Don't
for
put it on
sure.
my armrest and don't
Yeah.
walk to the
And
bathroom.
don't walk to the bathroom. Like
Yeah. That's dirty.
bathrooms are fucking nasty.
Yeah, these people.
Think about dudes just rocking a piss and then
Yeah.
like you hit turbulence, this piss is going everywhere.
Right.
And then
And
you're
you're
gonna walk
stepping
in
on it.
there fucking barefoot or
Yeah.
with socks on?
Yeah.
No.
Mm-mm.
And then
That's
last
dirty.
one was loudness. So babies, you can't help
You
babies
can't help
sometimes.
it. Yeah.
But if you got a wild ass kid that's old enough to listen to you and they're being fucking crazy, you're an ass.
Yeah.
You're an ass.
Yeah.
Um,
Tell
and
your
then like
kid to be quiet
conversation.
before I
Yeah,
fucking do.
yeah. And then conversation should be kept at like a decent volume, right?
Yeah.
Like they don't need to hear you at 18 if you're in row 2. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So which of those is like a major one for you? Smell is probably my
Yeah. It's
like
gonna be
smell.
smell. And if somebody's chewing their fucking gum so loud on the plane, There's gonna be the first murder on an airplane.
So yeah, mine smell too. Mine smell
Yeah.
too. But
Mine
like
is smell for sure.
the dude, so the dude next to me, I had
Oh
my AirPods
no.
in, with noise cancellation, so I couldn't hear him. But he's like snorting up his boogers and then swallowing
Eh.
them.
Oh my
He was like,
god.
and
Yeah.
then swallowing them down. That's when Lisa texted me that he was fucking gross.
Oh my god, that is so nasty. It's
So
giving me
he's doing
anxiety.
that, and then I guess he started coughing, and I didn't notice it. But when he was coughing, he just
Ew.
like into the aisle,
Yeah, he's like,
right? So like before we take off, he's like, the guy next to you is fucking gross.
yeah. I
So
hate
like
it
I'm
when you
keeping
can.
that in mind.
Sorry, go on.
No, no, go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say I hate it when you can, when you know someone's like sniffing up their boogers and then going.
Yeah, yeah,
Sorry.
it's nasty.
Like I get it's your own shit, but like, bro.
Yeah, like have a cup or something, dude, or a bottle, spit it out.
Yeah.
Napkins, anything.
Yeah.
Um, so like I'm keeping that in mind. At least it said he was fucking gross, right? And I'm watching Thanksgiving. Have you ever seen that movie?
I saw the thing on Netflix, but I didn't watch it. Was it good?
It's all right.
All
It's all
right, for
right.
sure.
It's super gory, which I like because it's
Yeah.
an Eli Roth movie, you know. But
Yeah.
um, so I'm watching Thanksgiving, and then I notice this dude is scratching his fucking nutsack up his shorts like this. He's got his hand on his sack next to me, right next to me. I like if I look, I probably see his fucking dick in his sack. So as I'm watching the movie, I go, ugh, like to make it seem like I was talking about the movie, right? But he knew I was talking about him because he immediately pulled his hand out and like adjusted the way he was sitting. And then this motherfucker starts touching everything when we're leaving. So like
Oh
that's stuck in my
hell
head.
no.
That is stuck in my head after he did it.
Just
After I caught it in the peripheral. Like you could like there's no reason you'd be like this.
yeah.
You know what I
Ew.
mean?
Put your
There's
leg
no
down. That's
fucking
gross.
reason. But so like after that, I'm like, now I gotta make sure I don't touch anything this guy fucking touches ever. He's touching the handle thing for the tray. He's touching all the like little buttons and shit on the seat. And then when he doesn't even have any, oh no, he did have something up in the bin, but he opens it with his fucking nutsack hand. And I was like, thank God I had my shit with me.
That is so dead. Wow, what
But
was it?
I was like, why are you fucking scratching your dick? Like if you're itchy, I get it. Like you're itchy, but like you fucking pinch and roll on the outside or something. You don't fucking stick your hand in your fucking
Yeah.
boxers from the underneath.
Yeah. Or go to the bathroom. Like go to the
Or yeah, or go to the
bathroom and
bathroom.
like do what you gotta do. You
Yeah.
know why his nutsack was itchy? It's because it's sweaty, because he doesn't take
It's because
showers.
he's probably fucking dirty. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, oh, and he was picking his nose before that.
Oh
That's
no.
another one of the things. Lisa said he coughed and then was picking his nose.
That is so fucking disgusting.
And like he's probably like 6'4". He was a fucking giant relative
Yeah, I was gonna
to,
say
you know.
sitting next to you.
Yeah. So he was a fucking giant, but he was like he looked like a teenager.
Ew.
But he was like a giant fucking teenager. And then he was like traveling by himself. So I was
Yeah.
like, he just
Probably
looked
like,
like a teenager.
yeah.
But I was like, why are you so fucking nasty?
Yeah.
Like you're digging in your nose in front of everyone.
And then digging in your fucking pants in
And
front of
then
everyone.
yeah, and then fucking I was like, that shit's illegal. Like if there was a kid in the next seat, you're on the list. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
That sucks. Yeah. That's
but
my
like
biggest thing.
so it went
Don't be
from
fucking
both
gross.
armrests on that like
Yeah. To
during that
you
flight,
being
both armrests
like
to me leaning
going
towards Lisa like this.
yeah.
I was like, this dude is fucking gross.
That
But
is
yeah,
nasty.
that was the airplane story. I
Mm-mm.
don't know. Like I don't understand. Like even thinking about it right now, I'm like, what are you thinking?
Yeah. I think people, that's the thing. Like, people aren't thinking. Like they're like they think they're traveling like alone.
Yeah.
You know? Like they don't
The way he was
have
acting was like there was no other people around. I'm like, what are
yeah.
you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, my biggest thing is smells. And
Yeah.
then um like please for the love of God, do not chew with your mouth open because I will have a fucking conniption.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um yeah, when I start getting when I have a lot of patience, but I have gotten irritated before on planes, but because they have rowdy ass kids behind us and we
Mhm.
have our kids with us. And
Yeah.
like you know what I mean? And I try to
Yeah.
make sure like they know their feet placement. You know, like don't put your feet like behind that
Yeah.
person or, you know, in the seat in front of you because there's a person behind you or in front of
Yeah.
you, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or like
And
Asher likes to play with the tray table. I'm like, dude,
yeah,
this guy's
no.
trying to sleep.
Yeah.
Stop fucking with that.
Correct. Yeah. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Gianna likes to rest her feet in the little pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, no, we're not doing that, right? But the
Yeah.
fact that like there's kids behind me and they're like kicking the fuck out of my chair.
Yeah.
So like,
It's like, why do you have shitty kids? You know what I
oh
mean? Like,
my God.
you want to turn around and be like, you see
No.
how my kids aren't fucking obnoxious like your kids? Like,
No. So
but
I
yeah.
turn around and I look at the kid. I definitely make sure. So I'm obviously patient, right? I'm a parent. But then after a
Yeah.
while, I'm like, what the fuck, right? So I have looked back, like in the middle, like where that little slit
Yeah.
is, right? So I have like looked back, but I look back not like upset, right? I look back as a way of like when the because a parent has been like, oh, like I'm, you know, like they like tell their kid to like stop, you know, and they're like,
Yeah.
no, no, and I'm like, no, you're good. I'm like, I'm just making sure like they're okay, you know what I mean? Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. And I make it seem like it's like about them, but I'm like, no, or I'll make it be like, no, like I felt the kick or something, or I felt like my seat moved, so
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
know if like, you know, and I make it
If your kid
seem,
was having a seizure.
yeah, like I don't fucking know. Like,
Yeah.
did they like wake up from like a nightmare or some shit? And yeah,
Yeah.
I always make it seem like it's about them. Oh no, like you good? All right, cool. But I want
I
them
do
to
it
just, I just want them to
super.
know that I can fucking feel that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I notice whenever, like, if I have the kids with me, I'm super passive aggressive.
Yeah.
If I don't have the kids with me, I'll just stare at the parent. Like, I'll
Mm,
be like,
what are we doing here? Yeah.
but if I have the kids with me, um, I'll be like,
Hey guys,
uh,
you don't want to kick?
I can't think of like I haven't had them with me like during a flight with like bad kids behind us,
Yeah.
but like there was someone smoking in the school parking lot when they were picking up their kids,
Oh wait, yeah, you told me this.
like when Emma was in kindergarten,
I think you told me this.
and I was like, Emma was like, "What's that smell?" I'm like, "Oh, that's some piece of shit smoking with a bunch of kids right here." Like
Yeah.
it's like it's aggressive, but it's passive
No,
aggressive because
that's
it's
not
not
passive
like
aggressive.
direct.
That's just no,
Oh,
that's
it's not
aggressive.
direct at the
No, that's
person.
aggressive. That's not
It's a
passive aggressive.
response. It's a
No,
response to Emma. It's not
no, that
directed
no,
at the person.
that's aggressive, not passive aggressive. Because
Oh,
passive
okay.
aggressive is I make it a point when I'm with the kids, I'll be like, "Hey guys, don't kick anyone's chair, okay?" That's passive aggressive. And that's what I do.
I do it with like I realized I do that with smoking all the time.
No, I do
Anytime
it.
the kids are like, "Who's smoking?" I'm like, "Oh, this piece of shit over here
Yeah.
that sees you." And like so Emma was like 4 or 5, and Asher was 2, and I had to like we were stopped out at like at Town Square in front of Express,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I stop, me and Emma and Asher just chilling there waiting for Lisa, and some lady sits at the bench right next to us and starts smoking. And Emma was like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's that piece of shit over there smoking next to the babies."
Yeah.
And then she like looks over and then she moves and I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, there's
get your head out of your
I
ass."
feel like there's etiquette to that if you're a smoke. I don't give a fuck if you smoke, you know what I mean?
Oh
But
yeah, yeah.
like
There's etiquette to it for
there's an
sure.
etiquette to that. Also like I mean, Even like when you are a smoker with other smokers, you don't blow the smoke in their face, right? You
Yeah,
blow it the other way. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And obviously, if there's
I blow it up.
children, you blow somewhere else or you go somewhere else. Like, you
Yeah,
don't,
yeah.
yeah, there's etiquette to that
There was
too.
the one in the parking lot with Emma was actually she asked what the cigarette smell was or like what the smell was
Mm-hmm.
when she was in kindergarten. I was like, "Oh, that's a piece of shit over there smoking while all the other kids are getting out of their cars." And she rolled the windows up while she was smoking, and there was a baby in a car seat in the
Oh
back.
no, that's terrible.
And then I was like, "Yeah, that one might be on me." She's like nicotine hotboxing a fucking
Baby.
6 month old right now because I called her out. But
Damn. No, okay,
yeah, I mean, you're a
so
piece of shit. You're a piece of shit.
on an
It's not my
airplane,
fault.
if there's a newborn or like a baby, I don't get mad at that. Cause
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't
me
like
neither. You can't control that shit.
I already feel bad for the parent. Like if anything, I'm thinking like how could I like make this parent's life easier? Cause I get like they're stressed.
Yeah,
They're stressed the fuck out.
yeah. They already know. Like the
Yeah.
parents already know
Yeah. I
that
am
people are already dreading being on the plane, even if your kid's well behaved
yeah.
as like a fucking year old or like a 6 month old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like your
So
baby could be the chillest baby. You fucking Benadrylled them and they're ready to fucking knock out on the plane. And every other passenger on the plane was like, "Oh, great, a fucking baby."
yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you want to know how I know that people already assume that is after the flight. Travis and I do get a lot of compliments and they're like, "Oh, like your kids
Oh
did
yeah, your
really
kids were
good."
so well behaved.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Yeah, cuz I know you were looking at them like, fuck. Like she
yeah,
got 3 of these motherfuckers right here."
yeah. Yep, yep.
Yeah. And
Well,
I
my,
get
like
that. I
I'm
get it.
super like on a plane with babies. I'm super like I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't give a
Baby's
fuck.
gonna baby's gonna cry.
Mhm.
But my reasoning for it is because like when we went to Chicago one time, my little brother Michael was like probably like 6 months old,
Okay.
and my dad and my stepmom were like, "Here, you hold Michael."
Hmm?
When we're getting on the plane, he was like 6 months old, and I can't remember how much older, 14,
Okay.
15. They're like, "Here, you hold Michael at your seat," because we have seats that are all like separated.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker does not stop crying. The full three and a
Uh,
half, 4 hour flight from Chicago to Vegas.
yeah.
And I'm in the aisle trying to get him to stop crying, looking like I'm a
Aw.
14-year-old dad.
Yeah.
And he won't stop crying. And I'm just like, oh my God. And all the people judging me because it was a red eye. Cheapest flights were red
Oh
eye,
my
right?
God. Everyone's trying to fucking sleep.
Everyone was trying to sleep.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted me to die.
Yeah. Seriously.
So anytime there's a
Oh.
baby on a plane and I know it's a small baby, I'm
Yeah.
like, it's whatever.
Same here. It's just, like you said, it's just that if your kid is old enough,
Yeah, if your kid
like,
is old enough to
yeah.
know they're not supposed to be a little shitbag,
Yeah.
make
Stop
sure they're
telling
not
them
being a
to be a
shitbag.
douche. Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
It's very simple. Oh, and
Yeah.
also, like, oh my God. I know we're on this airplane bit for a little bit, but like, when the kids have their tablets, like other kids have their tablets and they don't fucking have headphones,
Oh yeah, no
I
headphones or
don't want to fucking listen to Paw
like
Patrol.
yeah, or like if like for me if it's like low enough, it's fine because you're it's gonna get drowned out by like all the random airplane noise, like the wind
Yeah.
noise or like the vents,
Yeah.
all that stuff. It's gonna get drowned out by that. But if it's as loud as it can fucking get and it's Baby Shark, I'm like, can your iPad just be dead? Can it just be dead?
Yeah.
Can I just break it? You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
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 Wild.
Airplanes, man.
Yeah, for sure.
But there's
For
definitely an
sure.
etiquette for
Oh yeah,
sure.
definitely. Definitely. It's pretty much just be don't be a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like that's the rules, right? Like
Yeah. Just
don't
be
be a piece of
fucking normal.
shit. Yeah.
Well, actually, don't be normal. Just know that there's etiquette. My thing
Yeah.
is, my whole thing is like, if it's assigned seats, we're last to board. I don't give a fuck. I'm not standing in line. I don't give a fuck if I'm like zone A, zone B, like We're last.
Oh, okay.
I
I get what you're
do
saying. Yeah, yeah.
not give a shit.
No, we'll get on depending
No.
on if we got like carry-ons that we
No.
need to like put up in a thing.
Yeah.
That's the
Mm-mm.
only time I'm trying to rush to get on because then like that space is
Gone. Yeah.
limited. You know what I mean?
Nah.
That's the
We're
only time I'm trying
last.
to rush on. I like people standing up as soon as the plane lands
Yeah,
too,
that's
and
another
like
one.
jumping in the
Just
aisle. I'm
sit the
like,
fuck down.
fucking relax.
Yeah. Literally, sit the fuck down. Like, we're not leaving yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another pet peeve of mine.
I used to do that
Mm-hmm.
when my mom would send me and my brother to Chicago every summer, we'd fly alone. It would just be the two of us,
Yeah.
me and him. And I would do that when it was just me and him so that we can rush to get off and like find where we need to go, right?
Yeah.
But then as I realized like we ain't fucking going anywhere. I'm just standing here with my thumb in my ass while everybody's getting ready to fucking leave. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is pointless. What am I doing? I'm just gonna
Yes.
sit down. I
Yes.
can wait. Yeah. Oh man.
Taste.
That was a long one. What do you got?
Yeah, that was, I don't know why. You have pretty good combos. Mine is
I
just
guess so.
sharing another Netflix show.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay, you probably heard about this back in 2022. It was the woman that like broke the inmate out.
What?
What? This was a
What?
whole thing. I remember following this shit live, like live when it was happening. Yeah.
Okay, I might have read about it. I just don't remember it.
Okay.
Maybe.
So on Netflix, it's called Love on the Run. Okay. All right. So in Alabama, it happened in.
I have heard of it. Yeah. No, I know. Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay,
remember
okay,
this now.
okay.
It's all coming back to me.
Yeah, I followed this shit live when this shit was happening. I was like, holy fuck. All right, so in 2022, so it's the inmate is Casey White, and then the CEO is Vicky White. I know it's
Hmm.
weird they have the same last name, but
Yeah.
obviously not related, right? So I'll give viewers and listeners like a little backstory in case they don't know. Um, but so the felon is Casey and the CEO is Vicky, and they had an inmate officer relationship. Um, and
Very
well,
orange is the new black.
yeah, yeah. So Casey, uh, he was in prison with a 75-year sentence for two carjackings, multiple shootings, and then um, in 2019 he was convicted of attempted murder and first degree robbery and the fact that he also killed his ex-girlfriend's dog. So then he was charged with two counts of capital murder, and that's why he was in prison to begin with. Okay.
Wait, for killing the dog?
I think he confessed to another murder.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Yeah, of like a person.
Yeah.
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 So, but
Not saying
people.
dog lives don't matter,
No,
guys.
I got you. So,
But
so, so people. When I say people, I meant the inmates. So the inmates on this show were like, "Oh yeah, like Casey was like actually really friendly. He was like talkative, charming, but it's like when the drugs took over is like when this like beast of a man will like come out. And this motherfucker's tall as shit. Like I forget his height, but he's
was it
humongo.
like 6'4"? He was picking his nose on an airplane?
That's probably him. That's probably him. Scratching his fucking nutsack.
Yeah, seriously.
And then Vicky, the CEO, she was actually the assistant director of corrections. And she was at like at this facility for 17 years. In the 17 years, she was employee of the year four times over that period. Like she
And
was
she
a
threw
really
it all away for some dick. That's
yes.
crazy.
Yeah. So she, you know, she was a great employee. She
Yeah,
was
yeah, model
like
model citizen as far
yeah.
as like,
And even her
you know,
coworkers were like, no, she was like amazing. Like she was kind of like the mother, right? She was like so good. Um, and she was due to retire on April 29th, 2022 which was the same day that she broke him out of jail or prison. She did tell her coworkers, they did share that when she's gonna retire, she's gonna go out with a bang. She sure did.
You sure the fuck did?
So, okay. And then in 2021, her coworkers were aware that she was like in a relationship with someone, but she didn't give like any details. But the inmates knew, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, the inmates were saying like on the documentary that they started to notice like a relationship between them. I didn't, what do you call them? Like bunkies or like roomies or like cellmates? Cellmates.
Soulmate.
Yeah. I don't fucking know what to call them.
Roomies.
Yeah. So,
Bunkies.
so the
They're at
cellmate
summer camp and shit.
so the so the cellmates were saying that he was getting like special privileges, he was getting like extra food. Um they started to notice that they like during mail, like when they were getting mail time, uh she was like giving him envelopes, but there was no addresses on the envelopes. And so like when one of the inmates was asking like who Casey was writing to, he was like, "Oh, I'm writing to my mom." But he's like why are you, because I guess Casey was also asking for help with like words and shit, and they're like, why the fuck are you talking to your mom like this?
Oh.
Yeah. So,
Like he was like, I need to write some romantic shit. And they're like,
yeah.
I thought you were writing to your mom.
Yeah. Yeah, like shit like that. And then like they would notice that when he would hand the letter back, there was no address. So they were kind of like a little
Yeah.
sus with the whole
Yeah.
thing, right? And then um I think
Like there's some dumb
eventually,
people in prison, obviously, but then
yeah.
like there's gotta be some like
No,
pretty
but
clever people in
they're
prison.
street smart. They
Yeah.
notice different things
Yeah.
that like we wouldn't really
I mean,
notice.
I would notice no
Yeah,
addresses
I would
on
notice too.
letters, but
Yeah, I would
you know what I
notice.
mean? Like
Yeah, I'd be like,
they
why are
knew.
you
Yeah.
talking to your mom about?
Yeah. Why are you saying you like being inside your mom, bro? That's weird. Why are you talking about sucking your mommy's titties, bro?
Yeah,
Like
what the fuck?
you ain't breastfeed for fucking 38 years. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, they were, they noticed for sure.
Oh fuck.
But
That's
I'm gonna say this about the documentary. Like they, of course, they talked about like Casey, they talked about Vicky and all that, right? And then they talked about like their relationship. Yo, they had a lot of phone sex for sure. I think they talked like every night because there was like like 1,000 like records. She had a burner phone, obviously, to call
yeah.
him, or like back and forth to call. But every single phone call ended with phone sex. And they had like the set, like the audio recordings. And I'm
Oh
just
no.
like, oh my goodness. Like it's kind of fucked up because of the way that it ended. Like I would feel like after my death and then this is like what people are hearing about me. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really shitty. You know what I mean? Like it's really,
Yeah.
really fucking shitty. But yeah, that was all of their like obviously like their conversations. I'm sure at the
How
prison
do they have recordings of that?
because they record every single phone call. What people are suspicious about is how did somebody not
Wait,
hear these conversations?
wait.
Sorry, my
So
foot's
like
itchy.
no, so like he had a burner and she had a burner?
No, he was calling from the fucking jail
He was
phone.
calling from the jail phone?
Yes.
Oh god.
Yeah. Yeah, they record all that shit.
Okay, yeah, no, that yeah, they
Yeah.
record all that
They
shit. Yeah.
record it and then like oh my god, sorry. My surgical site is like really itchy. Okay. Um they record it, but people were wondering like how come nobody
Yeah. How come no one was like, bro, what do you
like how come no one noticed like these conversations, right? But I don't
well,
know.
so like does he call her by name or anything?
I don't know, but I think that like I mean, she's an assistant director. I don't know. I
Yeah.
have zero idea what like work life is in a jail or a prison. So I don't know where these phone calls would be recorded and who would be
Yeah.
listening. I don't have any
Or
idea.
who would have access to
Yeah.
them or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like what? Yeah. I have no
But you
idea.
got to figure too, like on the inmate side, as long as he's not saying anything about her that they can put together,
Yeah.
or like people can be like, oh yeah, he's talking about her.
Mm-hmm.
Like doesn't use her name or
Right.
doesn't say when you put me in my cell the other day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dumb shit like that. Because
Right.
like I feel like phone sex has to be common,
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it's
right?
super common, I'm sure, in prison,
Yeah,
right? Yeah. So I think whoever's listening is like used to that shit. So,
yeah,
but
that's probably it.
um, where was I? Oh, so then the inmates, n- they were saying that Vicky and Casey were like having sex in the cell
Okay,
because she would get his cellmates out for yard time, and they're like, so they were, the way they were talking about it, like they were happy too because they were also getting special privileges
yeah, yeah,
because they were getting like extra time outside and extra time like
yeah.
doing other shit, so then she can get them out, and like they would be like in the cell doing the nasty, you know what I mean?
I mean, they would be happy because then they're not
Yeah.
just locked in their cell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were also getting special privileges in a way.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, and like if you look at the recordings and like the footage, like you can see that obviously everything's very planned, right?
yeah,
And if no one's even really watching, like she probably also knew like when it was okay to like have these other inmates out for yard time, and so then she could be there for like
yeah,
5 minutes or whatever. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But
Where
that's
it's like
wild.
justifiable as far as like why they're out or why they're where they are. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So she was very smart with that.
Yeah.
So when it came to their escape, it was on her retirement date. And she said that Casey had to go and get a mental health evaluation. But obviously, there wasn't ever an appointment, right? And
Oh,
yeah,
that was the excuse.
yeah, that was the excuse to get
Okay.
him away. She said, hey, like he has a mental health evaluation. And you know what they also noticed was they noticed in the footage, not only on the day of like them escaping, but they looked at prior footage of like her interactions with him. And they said that always the inmate should be in front of you, right? And this guy's fucking huge, right? This woman's small. And
Yeah.
in all of the interactions, like he's behind her, like following her. And they're like, never would you have an inmate behind you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they, like little things like that, right? That
Yeah.
they were like, why is she just so comfortable with him behind her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's been behind her multiple
Yeah,
times.
pretty much. Yeah. So anyway, so they go to this mental health evaluation, whatever, but obviously they never come back. So
Hmm.
then now her coworkers and everything are fucking worried because they think that Casey took her hostage,
Yeah. Yeah. I
which
remember that was like the initial
concern.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember seeing this shit. Also, I told you I was like following it like live. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, this shit is
Yeah. We
interesting.
were too at New York, New York. Me and this dude, John, we're just like, yo, you hear about this shit? And like, you hear
Yeah.
about the update? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
It was like really in the news.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically she had everything planned out prior to their escape. I'm sure you know these details. Was that a nod?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so prior to the escape, she started planning everything, right? So she purchased their getaway car, which was an orange Ford.
Inconspicuous.
So, like, fucking obvious. She announced her plans to retire. She sold her home well below market value because her home sold for 95,000 and it was priced at 235. She wiped her checking account, emptied out her 401k, had another secret phone number, um, and yeah, she was like getting ready to just live her life with this guy, right?
Yeah.
Um, So then after that, they found the her abandoned patrol car like in a shopping center. Um, and obviously they went from that car to the Ford, and then uh,
Didn't they go to like Vermont or something?
no, they were found in Indiana.
Oh, okay.
Which, let me tell you this. This is why this thing is fucking crazy. Like, the whole manhunt was 11 days. Do you know how far you can get in 11
Yeah, I'd be
days?
in fucking Washington.
I would be out
I'd be
of the
fucking
fucking
gone.
states. I would be
Yeah,
gone. I would be gone. You're gonna give me 11 days.
yeah.
And
I would
unfortunately,
have drove my ass to Washington, rented a boat,
yeah,
and just fucking sailed
yes.
my not sailed like power boated
Yeah,
motorboated
motorboated.
my way
Yeah.
up to Canada, like just up the
Yes.
coast of Canada.
Yes. Dude, I'm
We
telling
gone.
you, fucking 11 days?
Yeah,
Never finding my ass. You're gonna get
yeah,
Interpol involved in this shit.
yeah.
But
I
like,
remember them not getting far. That's why I
dude,
was thinking Vermont.
they were only 175 miles away. Yes. I'm like, that's crazy. You had 11 days
Yeah,
and you had all this planned out. You had money, you had
yeah.
cars,
You
you
had the
had
means to
like,
do all this
come
shit.
on. Yeah, it was just not I don't know what the fucking plan was. I don't know if they got
You
caught
could have
up.
bought multiple fucking cars and just switched cars every other day.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like find a cheap car on Craigslist, pay them $2,000 cash,
Yeah.
and then
And just keep
fucking
going.
drive
Just
that shit
keep
until
the
the
fuck.
wheels fall off.
Yeah, just keep fucking going. So that was the thing. So they think that the orange Ford had like mechanical issues. That's why they ditched it. And then at when in the news when they found out that like they had this orange car, they fucking tried to spray paint it black. And obviously you're not going to get far doing that. So
Yeah.
then they just ditched it. So then they had like the tip from the what's it called, like the tow truck company,
Mhm.
that they had the car there, right? So then they started tracking like where they were going, and then so they jumped from the orange Ford and then went into a Ford F-150. Then when they find out that they were in the truck, they got another tip that they saw that someone saw that truck in a car wash. So then when the cops went to that car wash place, they asked for the footage. Of course, they saw Casey like
Mhm.
in the footage. And I'm like, guys, fucking think. Why are you at a car wash?
Yeah.
Anyways, then from there, then they tracked them and then had other leads and found that they were like at a nearby motel. And then from there, uh, Vicky and Casey found out that they were being followed, and then they left.
So,
What?
so if there's two of them, right? If you're taking turns driving,
I know, dude. I fucking know. I know. You can get so far in 11 days. I
so
know.
you can get from Chicago to Las Vegas in 26 hours.
Yeah. You give me 11
That's
days, I'm in like Thailand.
yeah. They could have been fucking gone.
Yeah, I mean, I get that
They could have got to
international.
fucking Alaska and then just crossed
Yeah.
the ice bridge into fucking Russia.
Yeah, anything. At least go to Canada. At least try to make it to
Right.
Canada at that point,
Right.
right? But I get that it was probably hard because he's a felon, right? He has no passport, and how the fuck are you gonna get him with, or like through the border or whatever? But come on, there's
You have to
ways.
show a passport at the border to
There's
drive through
ways. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
for everyone.
Yeah.
How did I make it back from Mexico? That might explain why I don't like going to Mexico. I almost didn't come back. They were trying to keep me there when I was a teenager.
Because they're like, you look like you
Yeah.
belong here.
They were like, listen, Enrique.
Yeah. We know you're
But
not from
yeah,
Chicago.
yeah.
What the fuck are
But
you
no,
doing
like,
here?
we went to Mexico one time and they wouldn't let me back. We were at the border for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I don't know, but I
And I know
know.
I didn't have a passport until I got my passport
Oh, that
in like
sucks.
2008 or something.
Yeah. So I mean I think 11
I would have
days.
been gone, bro.
So
I would have made it to Japan. That's my Mexico.
yeah,
I'm like
dude.
Han.
I'll tell you what I think about this. But anywho, so then after they get caught, they leave. The high speed chase happens, right?
Mm,
And then she calls 911. I don't know if you've ever heard the call.
mm-mm.
She calls 911 and she is like, it's like she calls them, but she's like, I don't know if she like butt dialed them or something. I don't know. Because then she's talking to Casey and she's like, the airbags are gonna go off. The airbags are gonna go off. Like obviously he doesn't give a fuck. He's trying to get away, you know.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately, when they rolled their car in or the truck into a ditch, uh, she shoots herself. So that's
The
how it
airbag,
ended.
the airbags are gonna go off.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think she knew, right? She fucking knew at
Yeah.
that point. But now Casey is serving a life sentence. He's not eligible for parole until 2081, and he'll be 98 years old. Um, in 2023, the production team did reach out to Casey, and they did ask him, "What did you think would happen after your escape?" And he replied saying, "We thought we'd never get caught. We thought we had enough money, went up uh he said we thought we had enough cash money, went up to everything up there just to find us a place up there. I don't know what the fuck that means. And just get a little rinky dink trailer up there for 250 $300 a month and pay them for a year right there, then pay the electric bill for a year and then just stay there hunker down." And
He
oh,
sounds like a fucking crackhead.
yeah, the way he was talking, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And so, let me tell you this. At the end of the documentary, though, the one thing that was like really icky was, oh my God, when I said icky, remember in Fairly Odd Parents and Icky Vicky?
Icky
Cause
Bicky.
sorry. So I told Travis I was like singing, I was like, my shiny teeth and me, and he was like, what the fuck are you singing? So, it's like sorry, anyways. um at the end of the documentary, the inmates and the coworkers made it sound like they were like this beautiful fucking love story. And I'm like, do you guys like are you guys stupid?
Is this how they got away with this shit?
Yeah.
Because you guys are so dumb?
Yeah, like okay, so one of the people on the documentary said, "Well, every woman just wants to be loved. I'm proud of her. She gave him 11 days of freedom." Hmm? You didn't see this as a
She also died.
and was fucking highly manipulated by this man.
Yeah.
And these inmates and these people are like, "Oh my God, like it's like this beautiful love story." And they just like, what do you, what?
What?
He's a
Exactly.
criminal. He's a criminal. He didn't give a fuck who it was. He was gonna ruin that
Yeah.
person's life anyway.
Yeah.
He only gave a fuck about himself. We're
Yeah. He was just trying to
lucky.
get a trailer up there
Yeah. And
and like
who would have
pay the
fucking,
electric bill up there for a year up there.
right. He up there. He just manipulated this lady. Who would have known? Like, what if they did get away and he got all this money and then he just killed her and then just ran away with the
Yeah.
money?
Yeah.
It's just
How do we know she shot herself?
correct. Because I think, okay,
Do you think he just popped her in the head?
not that. I don't want to talk about that because it's sad that she passed, right? But I'm going to say this. You have 11 days. Like, I'm so sorry. So this is what I think happened. I think that she had a more elaborate plan. I think she
And
did,
he just wanted to get a trailer up there?
and I think he started to control the escape. Like once like they were like on the news and this and that and like the whole
Yeah.
like spray painting the car and I think all of those little mistakes was him. I think if maybe they would have just stuck to like her plan, maybe they would have gotten further, maybe they would have gotten away further. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I think the little
They could have
mistakes,
got away. When you think
yeah,
about like the timelines of everything, they
11
could have been
days.
gone.
11 days. You
They
know,
should have been gone.
they should have. They really should have because there's people, I'm sure you can find out if she was smart enough to do all the other stuff, she would have been smart enough to, I don't know, find a connect to get them through Mexico or some shit.
Yeah.
Someone will do it. Someone will
Yeah.
fucking risk their, you know what I mean? Especially if you had that much money, get them like fucking 5 grand.
Yeah.
Like just
Or like how hard is it to like like motorboat
yes.
into
Yes.
Canada?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I mean
Cuz people
again,
ain't sneaking into Canada.
I I think if they were smart enough, she should have did a dry run. Like she should have did a dry run first um of
Of
like
the escape?
of the actual escape. Like she should have like actually had okay, like we're going to go here, then we're going to go here, then like we're going to motorboat our way over here and like actually do a dry run herself to see how easy it would be to
Yeah.
get him somewhere else. And okay, let's say you don't want to deal with the whole border, right?
Yeah.
Do you know
Why do you stop in Indiana?
this is what I'm saying, okay? In 11 days, in 11 days.
They could have
Do
been in the fucking Montana wilderness.
thank dude, Enrique, my fucking god. This is what I'm saying. I was going to say, do you know how many fucking mountain ranges there are in this country?
Yeah. They
You
could have been fucking gone.
you could have been gone in the fucking wilderness, dude.
Yeah. And that like that's the thing. If you're
Hike your
just trying to
bitch ass
hide,
up.
if you're just trying to hide, like he
Just
said they're trying to hide,
yes.
like buy an RV.
Why are you in motels?
Yeah.
Like you guys had 11 days. Why are you in motels?
Yeah.
Just
And she had
drive,
enough
bitch.
money to be able to buy shit.
Yes. Eat, sleep in the car, eat in the car, do everything
Yeah.
in the car. Like I don't understand why you
Yeah.
need a fucking motel.
You know what it was? That fucking giant man was like, I don't have leg room in here. I need a bed
Up in here.
up in here. That's what happened.
That's what I was saying was that I think he started
Yes.
to
I feel like it
control
was him. Yeah.
and that's why they were having mistakes. I feel like she had a more elaborate plan and it just didn't go
Yeah.
that way.
Because the escape,
Yeah.
granted it's an escape, it's going to be messy, right?
Yeah.
But the details of it are way messier
Yeah.
than the shit that they were doing inside
Correct.
the walls of the prison.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what like okay. So to wrap it up, I think that she had a more elaborate plan and he just kind of took it over because also
Yeah.
in the like in the phone call when she like butt dialed or whatever, she said something to him like, "See, I told you we shouldn't have left." So it was his plan to leave the motel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I think like he was like controlling that part of it. And then again, like 11 days. If you didn't want to deal with the border, you could be out in the fucking wilderness
Yeah.
somewhere. You would have had
Exactly.
enough supplies. You would have had way more than enough fucking supplies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
You go somewhere like you go somewhere where they're not actively looking for you, right?
correct.
Right? Like you
Yeah.
get out of the range of where people are doing a fucking federal manhunt.
Yeah.
Like I get that federal is like countrywide, but like you get out of where
They think you're going to
people are
be
gonna,
at.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You get away from anything
Any
urban,
nearby state.
any
Yes.
metropolitan areas.
Yeah.
You get into the fucking weird wilderness
Mm-hmm.
and you just fucking hang out.
Yeah. I would have made it by to fucking Wyoming by then.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'd be out in like fucking Montana.
Yeah. And
It should. I don't know why, but Montana to me just seems like it's like one
a
or two
vast,
cities and
yeah,
then fucking empty.
yeah, same here.
But like,
Same here.
make it to Montana,
Yeah.
one or two cities, fucking empty, and
And just
then
tent it up. Tent it
chill
up
for a bit.
somewhere.
Yeah.
And then, or just act homeless. Just fucking act homeless, dude.
Oh,
You,
homeless. Did Lisa tell you about the homeless lady?
no. Is this pod? Are these?
It's yeah, it's okay for pod.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So we're walking by, and like, oh, when I see homeless people, I don't try to like avoid eye contact because I want them to know like I know you're a person and I'm not just
Yeah,
being a
of
piece of
course.
shit and
Yeah.
ignoring you, right?
Yeah.
But like this lady's screaming to herself, like talking to herself very, very loudly. So I'm like, I'm just gonna avoid eye contact this time, making a judgment call. I'm pretend like you don't exist. And then we walk by her and she goes, "Hey." Instinct, right? I go, "What?" This chick goes, "Buy me a clam chowder and a large lemonade."
Huh?
That's exactly how she said it.
Okay.
"Buy me a clam chowder and a large lemonade." And like I'm in shock from the request,
Yeah.
right? So I'm like, "Where's that at?" And she's like, "In that building right there." And I'm like, "I'll
No.
check it out."
He never came back.
Never came back.
Oh my gosh.
Lisa's like, "Don't give people false sense of hope." And I'm like, I didn't give her a false sense of hope.
She gave me a demand.
She fucking yelled at me.
Yeah. Fuck.
If she would have, if like honestly, if she would have asked politely, I might have got her something.
Yeah, but don't yell at me.
But you're screaming, "Get me a fucking clam chowder." I'm like,
Yeah. Fuck
no.
you. Yeah,
Yeah, fuck
no.
you, lady.
The fuck? Dude. So,
Homeless man.
so real quick before we
Yeah, yeah,
end. So
yeah.
Lisa was showing me the pictures and I go, "Oh my god, he's wearing pants." I was like, "Wait." I was like, "That's not Enrique." I was like, he's not wearing basketball shorts."
He's not wearing basketball shorts.
I was like, and the pictures that she was showing me, I was like, he looks weird. I think it's the pants. Like, I don't like this. I don't know why he's wearing pants.
To be honest though, when we were there, I was like, I really wish I was in basketball shorts
That's
as we
what
were
she told.
walking around.
That's what she fucking told me, and I was like, I mean, the weather was
Like, I'm
nice.
uncomfortable right now.
But yeah. Well, thank you all for hanging out. That was fun.
Mhm.
Have a wonderful weekend. Eventually, we'll get the Halloween Horror Nights video up. And
Yeah.
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 So,
I really
enjoy.
gotta, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll probably do it tomorrow.
Nice. All right. But
Cool.
yeah, we'll see you guys. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
See you.